the first one that comes to mind was wanting to only wear the bottom of my bathing suit. Like, I wanted to be bare-chested like the boys. And my sister was like, you can't do that, even though, like, I wasn't even close to puberty, but, like, you can't do that. And, like, I remember being so confused, because I was like, I look the same. You know, I don't see the problem. At school, all the girls would call me the boy. They'd say, like, oh, Dorothy, you're such a boy. You know, that was my name. I was the Wizard of Oz. But the process for me, at least, was that I had to sit down and have counseling for a while to make sure this is what I really wanted and all that blah. And then she has to write a hormone readiness letter, which is like, how many pages was that thing? It was like almost $400 to get this thing written. And then we had to send it off to my doctor, who could send it off to an endocrinologist, who would send it off to CAMH. And it's like the endocrinologist would get me my hormones first, because it's kind of good to have hormones before you have surgery.
And the depression and the social anxiety that I now experience and everything, then I would be able to dress the way that I dressed, and I'd be able to handle it and just be like, whatever, I don't care what you think. But unfortunately, that's not the case. It would be really damaging for me if I just dressed in a feminine way and went out into the world, and people give me a hard time. So I talk about the fact that I dress in an androgynous fashion for safety, in the same way that if I was going on safari, I would wear clothing to protect me from the dangerous animals. When I'm out in public, I wear clothing that protects me from the dangerous animals. There is this need to know the gender of people, which is completely ridiculous. It's like, why? Why is this significant? So when people are talking about forms, that's one thing that I always bring up whenever anybody's like, oh, on our forms, what should we have? The first thing that I always say to them is just like, first, it would be good to figure out, why do you care? What does it matter? I mean, there are people who have been working really hard to change laws in Ontario, to change laws in Canada, to recognize gender identity and gender expression, so those are protected grounds from discrimination. Which it's like, how is that even complicated? How is that even a question? Why is this not like, yes, let's amend that now, right? But there's like a lot of effort going into getting those changed. So yeah, it's definitely from a lot of hard work by a lot of people who care about this. Again, either because it touches them directly or people that they care about.
Yeah. Just be nice to not be the, what is that person wearing sort of thing, and have the beard and a lower voice, and like, and it would be nice not to wear a fake penis out to bars and stuff. To be honest.